Hi, Reddit. This is a throwaway because, honestly, I don't know how many bridges I've burned with what I'm about to share. But some things just need to be told. And if my story can help even one person realize that they aren't crazy for being angry at their toxic family, it'll be worth it. So here's what happened. Buckle up. Growing up, I never really felt like I belonged in my own family. My parents were always distant. My mom was cold and passive-aggressive, and my dad was either working late or yelling about bills. My older brother Josh was the golden child. Star quarterback, good grades, barely, and knew how to kiss up to mom and dad just enough to be the favorite. Me? I was the quiet kid. I stayed out of trouble, got decent grades, and kept to myself. The only person who truly saw me was my grandmother, my mom's mother, whom I called Nana. Nana was the kind of woman who would bake cookies at midnight if you said you were sad. She had this soft strength about her. She was kind, but sharp. Wise, but funny. She lived in a little house just 2 blocks away, and I spent more time there than at home. She'd tell me stories about how she grew up during hard times, how she raised 3 kids alone after her husband passed. She ran a little bookstore for years, scrimped and saved, and still managed to put something away for the future. When I got older, I realized that while everyone saw her as just an old lady with knitting needles, she was actually a shrewd investor. She didn't have millions, but she was sitting on a comfortable retirement. Last year, Nana passed away. She was 87 and her heart just gave out one night in her sleep. Peaceful, the doctor said. It didn't feel peaceful to me. It felt like the only person who ever loved me unconditionally had vanished. A week after the funeral, I got a call from her lawyer. He said she had left a will and had specified I be present for the reading. When I walked into the office, my parents and Josh were already there, sitting stiffly like they were expecting something. And sure enough, the will shocked everyone, especially them. To my grandson, OP, I leave my home, my personal savings account, and my investment portfolio. I know he'll make me proud. Use it wisely. I was stunned. The lawyer said the total value was around $280,000, not including the house. My parents and brother? They looked like someone had slapped them. Josh got $15,000. My parents each got $15,000 too. Nana hadn't forgotten them, but she made it clear who she trusted. I was overwhelmed, grateful, heartbroken, and confused all at once, but I had no idea what was coming next. 3 weeks later, I called the lawyer to ask about the next steps, transferring the house deed, accessing the funds, etc. He sounded confused. You already signed the POA form. Your uncle collected the documents on your behalf. Uncle? I don't even have an uncle. That's when the sinking feeling hit me. I hadn't signed anything. I rushed to his office, demanded to see the documents, and there it was. A forged power of attorney with my fake signature. The handwriting wasn't even close. But the notary seal was real. They'd forged everything, and had already liquidated the accounts and transferred the house into my dad's name. I called my parents in a rage. They didn't deny it. We did what we had to do, my mom said coldly. You don't need all that money. Josh is struggling. He has 2 kids. You'll be fine. Besides, my dad chimed in, it's not like you deserved it more than your brother. I couldn't believe it. They stole everything Nana left me, everything she trusted me with. I went to the police, but without definitive proof that I hadn't signed, and since the notary vouched for the signature, they said it was a civil matter. I'd have to sue, but I didn't have money for a lawyer. So instead, I planned. You want to steal from me? You want to erase Nana's legacy? Fine. I'll burn everything you care about. I took the next 10 months to plan my revenge, step by step. 1. Moved out quietly. I was living in a rental at the time. I told everyone I was leaving town. Instead, I moved across the city, changed my number, and deleted my social media. I became a ghost. 2. Started documenting. I bought a burner phone. I started calling my dad, pretending to be interested in investing some money. He bragged about flipping Nana's house, recorded every word. 3. Worked at a law office, internship. I took a crappy part-time admin job at a small legal firm. Low pay, long hours, but I learned everything about estate law, forgery, and civil suits. I also got close with a junior attorney who liked me enough to give free advice. 4. Found the notary, the one who signed the POA. Guess what? She was Josh's wife's cousin. I confronted her secretly, recorded her breaking down when I threatened to expose her fraud to the state licensing board. 5. Gathered financial evidence. I traced the bank transactions from Nana's accounts. It wasn't even subtle. Money wired directly to my parents' mortgage, Josh's car loan, and even a cruise to the Bahamas. I built a bulletproof case over 10 months. And then I struck. I walked into a civil court office with a mountain of evidence, a sharp-tongued junior attorney, now my friend, and filed lawsuits against my parents, my brother, and the notary for fraud, forgery, financial exploitation of a vulnerable elder, conspiracy, civil theft. My attorney was brilliant. We got a temporary freeze on all assets tied to Nana's estate pending investigation. Within 2 weeks, my dad's bank accounts were frozen. The house? Locked up in legal limbo. Josh had to surrender his car lease after missing payments because of the account freeze. But that wasn't the best part. I sent a copy of the lawsuit and a summary of what they did to every single relative, co-worker, church member, and HOA board they belonged to.